I got to tell you, Fleabag, there was a time. There was a time when I could strap a guitar around my neck and duck walk across the stage just like Angus. Oh, God. You did it, didn't you? You hit the record button. I wasn't ready, Fleabag. Wasn't ready. Did I look ready? I looked ready, didn't I? No, wasn't ready. All right, that's my fault, though. My fault. Point the finger at me. Yes, the middle finger. Thank you. They pour some Crown Royal, and we'll get rolling here. I've actually been trying to empty out my liquor cabinet because, we got holidays coming. Guests are going to be coming. I can't feed them alcohol that's 10, 15 years old, and I hate to let anything go to waste. I mean, the way I look at it, worst case scenario, I kill my liver, and I don't have to deal with the holidays. Yeah, I've always got a plan. All right, Fleabag, when you're ready, light it up.
From Hollywood, welcome to the Rat's Ass Podcast with Mojo Elliott.
Sweet Jesus, St. Marie, it is Monday again. And hey, I'm looking California, trust me. Even though I feel and sound like New York shitty.
Who gives a rat's ass?
From the nitty-gritty Mojo studio on Sunset and Vine where the slimy meet the grimy, who's ready for another bodacious, action-packed adventure?
Let's do it.
Here's what's on tap on the Wrap. The countdown to January 4th is on. We have a missing person I might need your help finding. President Trump makes a very bold prediction. And what states kill men faster than any other in America? You're about to find out. Another round of head trauma is on the way. The Showbiz Quiz is coming up, and this one is going to test your musical knowledge like no other. Plus our usual lunacy and loose behavior, including the Angry American and Bonk Bonk on the Head. So many emails come in telling us, hey, we love Bonk Bonk on the Head. You bonk bonkers, glad you like it. Hey, that's what's happening today on the Rat's Ass Podcast for Monday, August 17th. I trust you had a spectacular weekend. Fleabag and I worked on the new Axe Radio YouTube channel. Very excited about it. Very excited. We blew up Rat's Ass Rock TV to do this. And when it's done, it's going to be the greatest collection of rock music on one channel, combining both audio and video content with no crap. Absolutely no crap. We're going to create a great experience for you when you go. Everything is going to be stellar to the eye and the ear. Before, we just wanted to throw everything up there to show that, oh my God, look how vast this library is. It's not about that anymore. It's all about the quality and the experience. And as we got into it over the weekend, I discovered why MTV failed. The original idea was to offer an audio channel that flows like a radio station, minus the noise between the songs, and we thought we could do a duplicate video playlist to match it, so you had your choice to either watch or listen. It just can't be done, though, because so much of the stuff from the MTV era just sucks. Bad quality, poor performances, plus some of the songs didn't even have videos. So we decided to do something different. We butted heads, and we came up with what we think is a pretty damn good playlist of the top 250 rock videos of all time, and we're using AI to do it. So all the stuff that goes up is going to be nothing but quality. We want you to have a good experience when you go. That's what it's all about this time around. Yeah, so hopefully with AI, we'll just get the good stuff and make it really special for you. We got 10 different playlists working on them right now, and you can check it out while it grows on Axe Radio. Check it out at ratsasspodcast.com. Click on the YouTube icon on the homepage, then on playlist after you connect to YouTube. Then you can rock out with your junk out. All right, let's get into the wrap today. The countdown to January 4th is on. And in less than 140 days, our slumlord Governor Gavin Newsom, the 960 SAT guy, will become a private citizen. And then he's going to try to convince you he has what it takes to be president. Good luck. But over the past 8 years, he has plunged California into being the worst state for cost of living, education, crime, homelessness, healthcare, immigration, fraud, taxation. I'm sure I'm missing a few. He is, without a doubt, the worst governor in the state of California's history. Probably nationally, too. In fact, he's done more damage to California. I got to say it again. He's done more damage to California in 8 years than all 39 previous governors combined, and this includes dipshits like Gray Davis, who was recalled, and Jerry Brown. And I've also been saying this for weeks, that California should pay Newsom through the end of the year and just tell him to get lost. Just go away. We've had enough. How much more damage do you want to do, right? Hey, you know what would be fun? I've tried to call him, half dozen times, half a dozen to a dozen times over the past, 2 years we've been doing this podcast. He never returns a frickin' phone call. But I can at least leave a message to say, hey, Gavin, Why don't you just take the money and run, dude? So let's place a call. I can at least leave a message. Call old Gavin up here.
Thank you for calling the office of Governor Gavin Newsom. In order to expedite your call, please select from the following options. To continue in English, please press 1 now. Para continuar en español, for office hours, mailing address, fax number, or to email the office of Governor Newsom, please press 1. If you would like to speak to a representative, please press 6.
Representative? Really? I can't leave a message? They took the option to leave a message off the machine there. Can't leave a message. I have to talk to a representative? Really? Jesus Christ. Maybe Newsom has already checked out. Maybe he did take the money and run already. Man, now we know why he's never in the state of California. I mean, he was off running with the DSA in Michigan last week, trying to become king of the dipshits there. My God. And if he is in California, he hangs out on social media trolling Trump, blaming him for his lousy record as governor here in California. Oh, well. At least you know where I stand with this guy. I think the dipshit should take the money and run and leave and go have a good rest of 2026. And, hell, can't believe we can't leave the SOB a message. Maybe he has already checked out. All right, this November, we'll have an election here in California to select Newsom's replacement. It'll either be Republican Steve Hilton or Democrat Javier Becerra. He's been missing since he got the Democratic nomination. Not a peep. Haven't heard anything from him. Steve Hilton's out campaigning every single day like California's life depends on it. He's on interviews, social media. Becerra? Nowhere to be found. He's as quiet as a teenage girl trying to sneak out of her bedroom window to go bang her boyfriend at 2 a.m. on a school night. And I'm at the point to where I think, hey, maybe we need to file a missing persons report on him. Put his face on some milk cartons, plaster his photos, little photos of Javier on every light post around California asking, have you seen this man? I mean, hell, for all I know, Becerra could be down in Mexico hanging out with his cartel buddies doing cocaine and weed while pleasuring himself with Mexico's finest teenage hookers. I don't know. He sure as hell isn't anywhere to be found in California. At least I haven't seen him anyway. I'm sure he thinks he's a shoo-in for the governorship. Because, you know, we have those mail-in ballots that always seem to show up last minute to elect the Democrats, right? Did you see where President Trump predicted Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, also known as AOC, which stands for another obnoxious communist? Trump thinks she'll make a run for the president in 2028. Oh, delusion is a beautiful thing. Hey, she can certainly run. And if the presidency turns into a popularity contest on Instagram, maybe she wins. But let's look at some facts here. Before winning office from an absentee Democrat in Brooklyn, Alexandria poured draft beer, shots of tequila, and kept the snack bowls filled with just enough salted nuts and pretzels to keep people drinking. That's what she did. Not really presidential material, right? Could you see her dealing with Iran, Russia, China, Saudi Arabia, the Middle East, where they have no respect for women? Hell, she even put the kibosh on Amazon moving to Queens, costing Long Island City thousands of jobs and lots of tax revenue, too. All out the window. They want tax money, but yeah, they'd rather take it from taxpayers. The rich want to tax the rich, and when they run out of their money, they're going to come after you. She was also the architect of the Green New Deal, which always sounded stupid to me. The Green New Deal made sense, but hey, what do you expect from a Democrat, though, right? It failed miserably. I don't want to give you the figure on how much money American taxpayers spent on this crap, because it'll blow your mind. It'll make you sick. I'll let you Google that yourself. Make sure you've got 911 on standby and plenty of ice to wake you up, to shove down your shorts when you hear the number. Plus, in nearly 8 years, AOC has never had a standalone bill that she primary authored signed into law. Not one. Everything she knows, she's learned from Bernie Sanders. That should scare the hell out of you, just by itself. She's never been married, doesn't have any children, so she's never run a business or a home, managed people, never really had a real job. So in short, she's had no real life experience. And she was on Instagram. This is what she likes to do. A do-nothing Democrat who likes to inject herself with fertility drugs on Instagram to freeze her eggs. That was last week. Now, before they thaw her frozen eggs, I hope they do the egg test, where they drop them in a glass of water to see if they sink or not. Because if her eggs float, we know that she's going to give birth to a liberal. All right, gentlemen, if you live in one of these 5 states, get the hell out of there. Mississippi, West Virginia, Kentucky, Alabama, and Tennessee. The average male lives to be 69 if you live in these states. The national average is 77. So if you only call God when you need a favor, now's the time to pick up the phone and tell him you need an opportunity in Massachusetts, Utah, Hawaii, New Jersey, or Minnesota, because that's where men live the longest. This is according to the very trustworthy CDC. Now, the truth is, I'm being facetious here. I smell a rat fink with a capital R here. Did you notice all 5 of the worst states are red states, while 4 out of the 5 best were blue? Yeah, they threw Utah in to give the poll some legitimacy. I'll bet my third nut some dipshit at the CDC made this up because he got a little cash under the table. Yeah, I bet you we can go ask let's ask a professional here. Alexa, what are the 5 states in America where men live the shortest lives? What are the 5 states in America where men live the shortest lives?
The bottom 5 states were all in the South and included West Virginia, Alabama, Kentucky, and Tennessee.
Damn. The CDC got to Alexa already. Or it's probably Fauci.
Oh, you're going straight to hell for that one.
All right, let's see what has the angry Americans' testicles roasting on an open fire today. This is Tim Kramer.
To those Americans who want lower rent prices, lower housing cost, look no further than to ICE. Because in the communities where ICE has done their best work, cleared out the most illegals, rent prices have fallen and continue to fall. The more you know.
Would you trust a man spitting out sports if he was wearing pink polka dot panties?
Oh, hey, that's not happening here.
Here's Mojo Elliott with his spin on sports on the Wrap.
They're purple and she's colorblind. All right, how about Fernando Mendoza? I'm going to call him Nando Mendoza. Yeah, his name is Nando. Nando. He went 10 of 16 with a touchdown pass, no turnovers against Arizona on Thursday. And what I saw was a QB1 who makes decent decisions. First game ever in the NFL. And he's got some zip on the ball. And zip is very important in the NFL. Now, I'm not ready to knight him as the savior of Raiders football yet, but he has some potential to be equally as good as Justin Herbert and Bo Nix in Denver in the AFC Western Conference. And by the time he gets a couple of years under his belt, Pat Mahomes should be on the downside of his career. So, yeah, I like the Raiders' chances with this young man going forward. Good luck to him. God, as a Raiders fan, it's been since 1983. It's been 43 years. I am ready for some Raiders Super Bowl rings again. All right, this is going to shock the bejesus out of you because for years I've crowned LeBron James as the GOAT of the NBA, putting Michael Jordan second. Now, I've always said champions are won by teams and stats define the player. If you listen to the podcast, you know this, and I stick by it. However, after watching a 3-hour documentary about Jordan over the weekend, just on pure basketball ability, forgetting the rings and the stats and all of that stuff, I'm talking about just the gifts that God gives one player to be great. I'm going to say it, man. Michael Jordan is the GOAT.
You dick.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. Because I'm always right unless I'm wrong. And I was wrong about MJ. I mean, I was literally watching this on the edge of my seat watching. Now, granted, it's all highlights, all good stuff. But the hang time, I forgot about the hang time. Okay, I remember Dr. J. But he couldn't hang like MJ. Nobody hung like MJ. I mean, if he was doing a podcast to say, hey, Michael, let's do a podcast and call it Hang Time with Michael Jordan. The moves he would make, even when he got older, when he was playing with Washington, phenomenal. He had nobody playing with him. He was double-teamed. And he was still scoring 20-some points a game. So, yeah, I give it to him. I was wrong. Michael Jordan is the GOAT, without a doubt. He still sucked at playing baseball. But I'm going to say he is the best to ever play the game of hoops. And that is my spin on sports on the Wrap. Are you shocked?
Rat's Ass Podcast. Head trauma.
Did I scare the bejesus out of you? The bejesus, yes. All right, how about a round of showbiz quiz? Let's see if you can figure this one out. I'm going to give you 4 song titles, and you have to guess who the artists are that recorded them. All right, Song 1, Wang Dang Sweet Poontang. Song 2, Don't Eat the Yellow Snow. Song 3, Paradise by the Dashboard Light. And Song 4, Boom Boom, Out Go the Lights. Wang Dang Sweet Poontang, Don't Eat the Yellow Snow, Paradise by the Dashboard Light, and Boom Boom, Out Go the Lights. Okay, go drain your dragon, and I'll have the answers coming up for you.
It's time for some loose behavior on the Rat's Ass Podcast.
All right, what do we do when famous people say and do some really stupid stuff? You all remember Nancy Pelosi, right? The former Speaker of the House who tore up President Trump's State of the Union address and then planned J6 and blamed it on Trump? Yeah, well, now the old bag is endorsing Gavin Newsom for President of the United States. So first off, we're going to give her a bunk on the head for being a traitor to the United States, and another one for endorsing a douchebag like Gavin, who screwed his best friend's wife, screwed the state of California, and now he wants to screw the United States of America. And here's one more, Nancy, because, you're just a poisonous old Democratic twat.
Hey, heads up. Here comes your celebrity cheese.
All right, as you've probably heard by now, actress Hayden Panettiere has died at the age of 36, 5 days shy of her 37th birthday. Man, this was a tough one to read this morning. Page 6 is reporting a 9/11 dispatcher revealed that she was found deceased after an apparent overdose. Now, I'd rather wait until the real reports come out, but that's what's being reported by Page 6 right now. She was never married, but had one daughter named Kaya, who lives with her father, former boxing champ Vladimir Klitschko. God, it just feels like I saw this 12-year-old kid in Remember the Titans. May she rest in peace. All right, Kelly Clarkson wrapped her Vegas residency by telling the audience she was forced to do the movie From Justin to Kelly back in 2003 due to the contract she signed when she agreed to do American Idol. She didn't really want to do it, she said, adding, not everyone wants to be Meryl Streep. She also said she refuses to let her daughter and son watch it. They're 12 and 10 right now. But trust me, Kelly, by the time they're 15, they'll see it. And furthermore, I'm a little upset here. When I interviewed Kelly after she won American Idol, she sat there at my face and told me that she was excited to do this movie with Justin because she was crushing on him. You lied to me, Kelly. You lied. All right, the world is melting down because for the first time in a decade, Taylor Swift has shortened her hair. Oh my God, the horror! How could she do this without asking permission from her fans first, right? And New York Knicks All-Star center Karl Anthony Towns got married to a model. Her name's Jordan Woods, and it happened just down the street from me in Malibu over the weekend. Oh, it was quite the spectacle, too. I mean, a black couple getting married in Malibu? Do you know how rare that is? That's as rare as a Democrat appearing on the Greg Gutfeld show on Fox. And that is a hearty har slice of sliver cheese for you today.
Who gives a rat's
I
ass?
think.
Rat's Ass Podcast. Email from our Gmail.
All right, you send your questions, comments, and observations to my producer, Fleabag, at ratsasspodcast@gmail.com, and anything goes. The more outrageous and salacious, the better, and it's impossible to offend me, so send away whatever you got. Send it to Fleabag, and he rewrites it so that we can do it rapid fire here on the podcast. Chris J. from Huntsville, Alabama, said, I checked out Axe Radio, thank you, on YouTube, and liked it a lot, especially the rock radio category. How do you get the music to flow like the radio? Well, I'm a flow guy, man. I just believe that when people hit the button of a radio station, they want to hear something that makes sense. Okay, I'm not going to give away any trade secrets here, but because those things cost money, by the way. But I will tell you this. I've always looked at an hour of music like a pizza. Let's say you order 12 slices of pepperoni and sausage pizza. All 12 slices better be pepperoni and sausage, because what happens if one slice is covered with anchovies and black olives and you don't like anchovies and black olives? Goes in the garbage, right? Same thing with a radio station. You can listen to 11 songs. That one is covered. It's a bad song. You hit the button and you're gone. So who knows if you remember to come back to the station. and you might not order a pizza from that place ever again. So it's all about the flow, you know? Today, people just throw it in a computer and let the computer spit it out. And, you put rules in the computer, but if the rules suck, then you get a sucky-sounding radio station. But anyway, check out the 9 hours we've got up there. And by the way, while I'm saying this again, I forgot to mention it earlier, we're going to have at least 25 hours to start so that you can have a whole day of hitting play and listening to it all and getting 25 hours of X Radio Rock. Yeah, it's going to be a fun channel. All right, Laura Belinda, California, said, last Thursday you said you were having a bad day but didn't elaborate on it. Why? If you're going to bring it up, you should explain what's going on and don't leave us hanging. So what you're saying, Laura, is you do give a rat's ass. No, it's just one of those days. We all have days where we should have just stayed in bed. Should have just stayed in frickin' bed. It was just one of those days for me, you know? And it all started by me slamming the refrigerator door on my manly meat. Yeah, I'm still walking funny from it. All right, James G., Cumberland, Maryland, says, get out of here with that nonsense. The NBA is holding the Lakers hostage for being white by leaving them off the MLK Day schedule. It was just how the schedule worked out. Ooh, I beg to differ, James. I think the NBA wants the controversy to promote the league. Okay, because LA is the second largest TV market in the country. Why would they not have LA on TV on MLK Day? Why would they do that? There's something fishy going on in Adam Silver's office, and I'll bet my third nut on it. All right, Paul F., Gilbert, Arizona. This might be a stupid question, but who was the last celebrity you bumped into, and how often does it happen? Yeah, I get this question quite a bit from people, so I thought, I'll just answer this for you all today. Saw Sam Elliott at Gelson's the other day, stuffing some groceries in his truck, and I'm thinking back to a couple of months ago. I saw Heather Locklear at the Four Seasons, and but it doesn't happen as often as you might think, Paul. I know everybody thinks I'm just swimming in celebrities out here in California. It doesn't happen that often. I would say maybe 5-6 times a year, and that's about it. All right, Beth B., Winchester, Virginia. Oh, Beth B., I know Winchester, Virginia. Me loves Winchester, Virginia.
Driving down the streets of Winchester.
Oh, yeah.
Feeling the rhythm, the beat, the flavor.
Oh, yeah. I had a sister who lived in Winchester for a few years. Beautiful place. At least it was then. She says, I've been doing my... Oh, God. Oh, God. It's funny how my eyes can read ahead before I get it out of my mouth. Okay, Beth, here we go. I've been doing my neighbor for about 6 months while my husband's at work. And he came home early the other day and caught me coming home from his apartment looking all disheveled from having hot buck-naked sex. Now, he didn't act like he suspected anything, but I'm getting a vibe that he's getting suspicious that something's going on. Am I just feeling guilty, or do you think he's on to us? Well, don't women have this thing called female intuition, Beth? I mean, you might want to listen to it. He might know and already off seeing a lawyer. You just never know. God, 6. Oh, my God. You know what? I need another glass of Crown Royal. My God. I'm just aghast of that. If you're going to do that, divorce your husband first. That's always the play. That's always the play.
Rat's Ass Podcast. Head Trauma.
All right, we're playing the Showbiz Quiz here. Did you figure out the artist who did these 4 songs? Wang Dang, Sweet Poontang? Don't Eat the Yellow Snow, Paradise by the Dashboard Light, and Boom Boom, Out Go the Lights. If you said Ted Nugent, Frank Zappa, Meatloaf, and Pat Travers, congratulations, you got it right.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. And if you missed it, go see a doctor about your head trauma and get well soon. All right, I got to wind this one down because I'm trying to lock up an interview with a Moyle. Yeah, a Moyle.
Get the fuck out of here.
Seriously, I am. I've got questions. When's the last time you've seen or heard a Moyle interviewed on radio? Have you ever? Do you see him on YouTube? Never. I want to interview a Moyle. All right, but first, is this real or is it riffraff? Did you know the average person talks or rather walks past 36 murderers in their lifetime. 36 murderers walk by you during your lifetime. Alexa, is this real or is it riffraff?
As freaky as it sounds, this is 100% true.
Okay, so you're saying if you live to be 72, for an example, that's about 1 every 2 years.
Look at you go with that California math.
Yeah, but seriously, that's pure insanity when you think about it. I mean, 36 people were murderers that walked by you in your lifetime.
Did you know most people are still alive because someone decided not to kill them, including you, Mojo?
I have no doubt about that. I've dealt with threats many times, having spent most of my life on the radio, plus the amount of hate mail I get here on this podcast for my views. Yeah, this is why I don't do video, okay? If I did a show about curing genital warts, I'd be more than happy to do video.
Ah, poor Whittle Mojo, do you want me to get out the world's smallest violin and play it for you?
Would you like to play shotgun where you bend over and I cock you?
Kiss the woobus.
I'm not going to kiss your woobus.
Kiss the woobus.
I'm not going to do that.
Kiss the woobus.
No, I don't care how much you beg.
Kiss the woobus.
No, I will not kiss your woobus.
Kiss the woobus.
No. Alexa, here's your muzzle.
Get the fuck out!
There. God. Demanding, isn't she? I've got a few shout-outs to Rat Nation, Jerry Ashcraft, Bangor, Maine. We've got Tara Poulin of Macon, Georgia, Byron Carmichael of Albany, New York, Lloyd Greathouse in San Juan Capistrano, California, and around the world to Galway, Ireland, Salvador, Brazil, and Bristol, England. And guess what? I am going to fill my glass with more Crown Royal to toast you all after the show. That's what I'm going to do. But thanks for listening to the Rat's Ass Podcast.
Now's your chance to be one of the few and the loud. Join Rat Nation at ratsaspodcast.com. Membership does have its rewards, you know.
All right, that's a wrap for this episode of the Rat's Ass Podcast. Go to ratsaspodcast.com to visit our hub and listen to previous episodes. Read the blog. It is always loaded with lots of hot topicality, all brand new stuff this week, including Radio Wars and the Walk of Shame. Check out the new Axe Radio. Join the mischief at Rat Nation and connect with us on the socials. We'll do this again on Thursday, August 20th. Take good care of each other, and thanks for stopping by the Rat's Ass Podcast in partnership with the Oz Podcast Group.
The conversation continues between podcasts on X and ratsaspodcast.com. ratsaspodcast.com.